presentation of the National Football League.
It is arguably the biggest game on planet Earth. And now this grand game enters its 6th decade. We welcome you to Santa Clara and Levi's Stadium for Super Bowl 60. One game to decide it all. It's the AFC champion, Baltimore Ravens, and the champions of the NFC, the Detroit Lions. Around the globe, wherever you are, welcome to America's Great Sports Day. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Super Bowl Sunday. Great to share it with you one more time, Greg. What a 2025 season, all the twists, all the turns, and it all culminates tonight here in Santa Clara.
And I think this is a matchup, Mike, that I don't know how many people had on their card just even a couple weeks ago, but you look at the rosters, both sides of the ball, very well balanced, very well coached. So I think the biggest thing each team told us all week was, let's just handle the emotions of the pregame. Let's handle all of the lead up, because once that ball's kicked off, let's just rely on what's gotten us here, and I think we're in for a treat.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football. It's Super Bowl Sunday, and off we go on EA Sports. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So the Ravens will come out, and they are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
You ask any player that's played in the Super Bowl, Mike, and they'll tell you the hardest part is everything up until kickoff. The best part is once that ball is kicked off, it finally feels normal again, and that's what these players are going through. They've been waiting for this moment. It feels like it's taken forever, but here we go. Who's going to go out and put together the best game at the right moment and come away Super Bowl champs? They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Jackson now on 2nd down. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end, Mark Andrews, that time. And it's going to be 3rd down.
I like the aggressiveness early in the game, right out of the gate. Make the defense realize we are going to challenge you downfield, and what that does is it opens everything else up. Now, you got to hit a couple of these, and don't be surprised if they go back to a deep shot here pretty quickly.
And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff, already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions, remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. 2nd in passing yards in the NFL.
After talking to him the other day, it seems like he's really embracing this moment, Mike. I mean, he said something along the lines of playing with the pressure that comes with the playoffs is a privilege, and I couldn't agree more. Not everyone gets the opportunity to play on this stage. So when you have these types of moments, you really have to take advantage of them and just go for it. If the rest of the team can match that mindset, I think they got a good shot today to leave with a win.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Gibbs. And this will be a Lions 1st down as he takes it to the 35.
A gain of 12 yards.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. That is a Dafe Owe getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Goff. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And 16.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That one's on target to Williams. He's got it. It was 3rd and 16, and they got 17 and a new set of downs.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone. David Montgomery. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And a very elusive run there. He winds up gaining about 9 yards.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
And just like that, you go from 2nd and inches, where you think it's pretty much a given that you're going to move the chains, to now finding yourself in 3rd and 2 or 3. Great job by that defense. This completely changes this possession.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's gone. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on 3rd down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
He's got it at about the 8, and he will get into the end zone. Amon-Ra St. Touchdown, Detroit. The first touchdown of Super Bowl 60.
In this offense, they just continue to find such creative ways to get the ball into the hands of their playmakers, and this time they use the pre-snap motion to help their guy gain leverage, and it's just an easy pitch and catch for the touchdown.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions are off and running here in the Super Bowl. They lead 7-0. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Deshante Wester now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Hopkins sent in motion. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 4. On the option, they give it to Henry. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Aiden Hutchinson, the former first-rounder, in on the tackle.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
They'll run the sneak, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
First down, Ravens.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. A give right up the middle to Henry. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
It's a loss of 2.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Going to go right back to Henry. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up.
And it's 3rd down.
It is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins. And that'll be in and out of his hands. It's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And now it's 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Lions offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
A loss of 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing on second down. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open.
And he will score. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions.
Well, on one sideline, you're ecstatic. You couldn't have dreamed up a better start. 2 drives, 2 long touchdowns. But then across the field, they've got to answer some hard questions. They've got to figure out exactly what they're doing wrong defensively, because if there's one thing in the NFL, you cannot give up big plays, and you especially can't give up big plays for touchdowns.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Wester now to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Ravens offense ready for this next possession. So far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. Hopkins sent in motion. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do. And man, the play action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
Quick throw here, taken by Hopkins. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
And it's third down.
Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Great work there defensively, Mike. You could tell they were onto that one from the start. They're able to hold him to a short gain on the keeper and force the fourth down.
Here's Jordan Stout now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Raymond going to return it. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to get back to work. They've raced out to a 14-0 lead. They've done nothing wrong so far. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. It was Odafe Owe to make the play.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run the draw with Gibbs. And this will be a Lions first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They'll go play action with God. Catch is made by Wright. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
It's a toss play left to Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Goff hooking up with his tight end, Laporta, and they give the Lions a first down.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They tried to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it, didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
On 2nd down, Goff. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. After a spirited first quarter here in Super Bowl 60, 14-0 is our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Lions ball to begin this second quarter. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. That one out wide to Gibbs. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Roquan, get this one complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? He's got it inside the 5. And the Lions going to be set up with first and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
And the Lions first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs, touchdown Detroit. That his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Ravens nothing.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. He'll get across the 20, mark him down to the 23-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
A pickup there of 19 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Jackson now to throw on first down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
At the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 1. Now Lamar going to hang on to it. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 10. And the Raven first down.
When this offense is really in gear, Mike, a lot of it is because of the ability of Lamar Jackson running the football. He is what makes this thing go, and you can see why.
Jackson out of the pistol. A quick slant to Flowers. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up second and 2 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's second down and 2. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. without question. Something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
It's a loss of 1.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself 1st and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown here.
2nd down, Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. And he'll take this one in. Derrick Henry, touchdown, Baltimore. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a 1-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Tyler Loop now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Ravens get back in it. It is 21-7.
Ravens 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. This is Gibbs. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Malachi starts that first-round pick up from his safety spot to make the stop.
2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. Tackle there by Trenton Simpson.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. To throw is Goff. And that is incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down.
So the hope is your 1 3rd down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens hand it back out again. Back to throw here to begin the drive. First down throw there is incomplete.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
2nd and 10. Play action now. Jackson. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Ali McNeil in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up 3rd down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Looked like he wanted a seam for a moment, but is taken down after a solid return. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll start with great field position, right at midfield with a 1st down. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On play action. Goff. The throw here is complete. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. 10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. Good for a Lions 1st down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Goff. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
These are the kind of plays that give running backs bad names. I mean, there's nothing fancy about this. You're wide open, the ball's on target. He just flat out dropped it.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Now, Goff. That one on target shows Williams. He's got it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They get 21 on that one. 1st down, Detroit. On the ground, this is Gibbs. And he's into the end zone yet again. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his 3rd touchdown of the night. And make it 3 touchdowns now. Remember, he caught the one earlier. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And Mike, this is what every offense is searching for out of the running back position. Can you impact the game equally on the ground as you can through the air? And that's exactly what this guy has done so far today.
Bates now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Lions add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Wester now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. There's a give, heading right, it's Henry, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range, but for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Jackson now on 2nd down. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Jackson on target to Flowers, and it's a Baltimore first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front. Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they failed to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 4. On the handoff, it's Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
In motion goes Likely. 3rd and short, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And this is going to work out just fine. Kick goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Shotgun. It's gone. This one caught by Patrick. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 13-yard line.
Second down, they need 3. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to sneak it here. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down.
Lions, first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Laporta in motion. On 1st and 10. Here's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. A 19-yard pickup there. Good for a Lions first down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break. So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's gone. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he couldn't get that one to check up, and it'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Ravens offense ready to take over once again. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down. Jackson going to keep it himself. They're going to get the conversion here on 3rd down. They'll bring this up to the 33-yard line.
It's a gain of 3.
The advantage to this play call, Mike, is as an offense, you now can account for 1 extra defensive player. In this case, it's the quarterback reading the end. He goes after the running back. He pulls it, keeps it himself, picks up the first down.
He'll take off again. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this second quarter. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Jackson. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. This one could be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now, Jackson. They'll look to set up the screen here. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
That's just bad timing by the offensive line. They've got to get their linemen out in front of him, so either the linemen need to go faster or the back just needs to be more patient. But either way, they're just not in sync on that screen pass.
Going up top and looking for Andrews. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Ravens are able to cut into the deficit.
28, Ravens 14.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bite of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Could we have a finish to remember here in Santa Clara? Second half underway in Super Bowl 60. Reynolds now on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Lions offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. A run here with Gibbs. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run it here with Montgomery. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Gonna depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
That's really well done defensively, Mike. The key to these situations is you got to engage with the blocker, bottle it up, but then you have to get off the block, find the ball, bring them down. That's exactly what they do. No gain, 4th down.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. And he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
A little bit of a risky decision for some, Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on 4th down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And while some people say this is over-aggressive, in this case, the aggressiveness paid off, and they're going to keep this drive alive.
And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On 3rd down, they go with Gibbs. A gain there of 16 yards. 1st down, Detroit.
16 yards. That's good for a Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
More often than not, Mike, when a team decides to keep the ball on the ground on a 3rd and long like this, typically the next play is either a punt or a field goal. But give credit here to this play caller. He saw something in the defense, gives the ball to his back, and he's able to pick up big yardage and the 1st down.
He'll swing this out to Montgomery. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on them early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
To be a prolific passing offense in this league, you have to be able to both throw the ball from the pocket and you have to be able to operate and convert on third downs. And they've really done both at a high level on this drive. And to no surprise, they find themselves first and goal.
Here's Gibbs. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up second and goal.
Kyle Hamilton. A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Lions will extend this third quarter lead.
Ravens 14.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Ravens offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. The gun. Here's a give to Henry. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short.
Yards on the pickup brings up second and 2.
We're going to go right back to Henry. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
It is 2nd and 6. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up 3rd down.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic, and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
That's taken at about the 14. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. Drive will start on the ground, and he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line, a pickup of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. A run up the middle. It's Gibbs. And he's going to weave his way forward. It's a first down at the 44-yard line.
And the key to this balanced attack, like the one we're seeing here, Mike, is that everything looks the same. The defense is constantly on their heels as they try to diagnose what play's coming next. That level of unpredictability gives them the edge on any given down.
And he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. It was Odafe Owe to make the play.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5. They'll run with Gibbs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Lions first down.
First down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
The ball carrier. Roquan Smith in on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing here is gone. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
Here's Goff. That's into the hands of the receiver, Patrick. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Detroit.
Detroit Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
A second down throw for Goff. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
Brings up third down.
And I think when you look back on the first half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. Continue to force the issue and make these guys earn the catch.
And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the full.
The line of scrimmage.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
Bates' kick is good. And the Lions will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. Wester now to return it. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Ravens offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And a good run there to get him 5 yards.
He's brought down by Carry-On Arnold. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here is 2nd down and 5. They'll go again here with Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the 3rd quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock.
Hey, baby! Way to make a play. Lock it up, D.
Goff to throw. That one taken in by St. Brown. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And that one shut down right away. Good pressure on the backside. The defense stops him for no gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
On second down, Goff. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
From the gun, it's Goff. And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter. Down to the final quarter in Super Bowl 60. We'll return for the fourth from Santa Clara after this. Here's 1st and 10. On to the fourth quarter, and it begins with a run by Gibbs. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
To throw is Goff. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier. Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
The Lions will punt this ball away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Jackson fires complete to Flowers. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 19-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. On the give, here's Henry. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
on third down. Jackson taking off. He'll try to get there. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
On the option, they give it to Henry. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. In motion goes Likely. Play action now. Jackson. Flush to his right. Off he goes. A gain there of 21. Good for a Raven first down.
A gain of 21 yards.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of a defense, and we saw it again here.
On the ground, here's Henry. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Taken down right at
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. He'll step up and run, and they'll take this down inside the 35. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
Pistol give to Henry. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Sometimes there's just nowhere to go, right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something out of nothing. Well, this time, he was able to create nothing out of nothing.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll send Flowers in motion. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. That is left side and caught by Flowers. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up third down. In motion goes Likely. They'll try and run for this with Henry. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controls the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play.
I think the back just needs to be a little bit more decisive in the run game, and not everything is always going to be perfectly blocked, Mike. There's times where you just have to say, okay, let's get back past the line of scrimmage, pick up a couple yards, and just keep this ball going forward.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. They'll run for it with Henry. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. That his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. Touchdown here in the 4th quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the 4th quarter.
Now Jackson and the Ravens will try to tack on 2 more.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try to pick this up with a run. And he will not get to the goal line, so no tacking on 2 points. Still a 3-score game, as the difference is 18. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Reynolds now on the return. Oh, he's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Lions offense back onto the field for their next possession. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And that one shut down almost immediately. Good pressure from the backside. Left them nowhere to go. And no gain.
A loss of a yard.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
12 yards.
Goff hooking up with his tight end Laporta, and they give the Lions a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Gibbs. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Roquan Smith in on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Laporta in motion. Out of the shotgun. It's gone. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's gone. And this is caught on the sideline. Going to have the 1st down. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not. They say the feet were out of bounds. Wow. Big, tight call there. For the moment, it'll be 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Whoa! And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Things not looking good, but see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Run the draw, and here's Henry. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line.
26. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now Jackson. He'll step up and run this. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. 20-yard pickup there. 1st down, Baltimore.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
From the 46, Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing Jackson. There he goes again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
They'll run it with Henry. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he's down at the 3. What a run. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up 1st and goal.
Now, Jackson. He'll swing this out wide to Henry. And he's got another one. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his 3rd touchdown of the night. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Point after, coming up here. He's got it, and the Ravens are able to edge a bit closer.
Lions 38, Ravens 27.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
The Lions offense ready to get back at it. They're going to be trying to play keep away in this situation. Use as much clock as possible. Up a couple of scores as they start this drive. 1st and 10. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Once again, it's Gibbs. Not much there, maybe a yard. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Straight ahead with Gibbs. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down. Here's Goff. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
Patrick motioning here. On 4th down, Goff. And this will be incomplete, but a penalty flag down on the play. And let's see who's guilty. A 1st down throw for Jackson. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Jackson now on 2nd down. Left side into the hands of Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Raven 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
2 minutes remain in Super Bowl 60. We're back to write a finish to the season after this. It is 2nd down and 5. They'll drop to throw. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early.
Automatic 1st down.
Still some hope. Keyword some. No timeouts. They need 2 scores, and it's 1st and 10. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He keeps it himself, and he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the 1st down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback.
This throw right is taken in by Fox. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
at the 10.
That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And
this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
So, certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. And he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the 4th quarter.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown, but now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
So the deficit cut from 11 down to a field goal. Now they'll try an onside kick.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense can just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
The Lions offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And with the defense out of timeouts, they cannot stop the clock. Just a couple of kneel downs should do it. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. The long wait is finally over. The Detroit Lions have done it. They are Super Bowl champions. Wow, you talk about a compelling Super Bowl. That's as good as we could ask for, Greg. A struggle tight till the end, but ultimately, one team had a little bit more, and they are now the champions.
And as in the case in so many Super Bowls, Mike, your entire franchise